This week for Trash to Treasure Thursday, I thought I would show you how to make this cute and simple floor lamp for a modern 60s type room from really items you would normally throw in the trash. So join me for this Trash to Treasure Thursday project. Alright, for this Trash to Treasure project, we really are almost raiding the trash because most of this is made of things you would normally throw away. This is a 1-inch wood circle. I do buy these by the huge bag, so I always have a bunch of these on hand. I am going to attempt to drill a hole in the middle of this, so we'll see how close I get. This was a paintbrush until my dog got a hold of it. Luckily it was a cheap paintbrush, and she kind of chewed up the end and the bristles fell out. Needs to be at least 5 inches long. I'm actually going to cut this back to 5 inches. And we need 3 of these. These are this portion of a ballpoint pen. You unscrew these to take out the stuff. Those were on some cheap pens that I had that ran out that really wasn't worth replacing the ink part for, so I saved those. Those are the items we need. So I'm going to go drill a hole in this, and I'm going to cut this off so it's 5 inches long. I'm not going to do that on camera because that could take a while and could be messy, and the drilling will be really loud. So I will be back in just a bit. I couldn't quite get the hole in the middle, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter for this. And I just used my easy cutter. This actually cut really, really easily with the easy cutter. So first step is to glue this into our base. And I think I'm just going to use some super glue and some tacky glue if I can get the super glue open. I'm actually just going to use super glue on this. I think it'll work just fine. Just a drop of super glue there. Because this hole is really tight. Kind of measure your paintbrush and get the hole that's the closest to the size of your paintbrush. So that's our first step. Now, this is not quite straight, so I want to make sure that kind of look at it from a couple of angles and try and get it as straight. Super glue on this is set up for a few minutes, and now I'm going to use something you very seldom see me use, the hot glue gun. I really don't like the hot glue gun, but for this I think it's going to be really the perfect thing. For some reason these lamps always seem to have 2 lights on one side and 1 on the other, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue here. And actually the hot glue will do one more thing for us. It'll let these lights stand out like they're on a little hinge. You know, they were always on a little arm. So kind of put your light on. I'm going to put this one at the top. They were made so you could rotate these lights around a little bit. I don't know what style this would be. To me, I always want to call it retro modern. It's that kind of space-agey style from, like the early 60s. Kind of when the Jetsons were popular and all that stuff. Get this light on. Now after the hot glue dries, then I'm going to take this outside and I will be spraying it with some shiny metallic spray paint, probably in aluminum color. I think that'll be the best for this. So when I get this painted, I will be back. Alright, so this now has a coat of aluminum color spray paint on it. I think it turned out really cute. It would go in a mini room or room box done in that modern 60s look. If you want to make it look like there's light bulbs in it, you could put some small beads up in the inside the shades once your painting is done. I hope you enjoyed this Trash to Treasure project. Be sure and check the blog post and be sure to find us on Facebook. I'll talk to you later. Bye.